Hey, what's up, everybody? We're live up in here once again, my friends. And I'm gonna get this out of the way super quick today. Yo, what's up? See that camera? See that blue light on? See that OBS open? Google Analytics live stream up. Click on the first link you see in the timeline and put your numbers on the screen. And come and say hello. Alright. Just gotta post the links. And like always, if you're just joining, then bear with me for just like 2 or 3 minutes. And then I'll get right to it. There's just a huge difference in the streams in which I publicly advertise the stream versus those that I just get right into the game. Sometimes I just get right into the game. Just kind of depends on my mood at the moment or during the time of the stream, you know. Yeah, if you're here, yo, what's up, Internet Central? What's up, man? I made it home last night to go and see my grandpa. Just took off right then and there, man. What's up? Streaming? Click on the link in the bio. And should be the first video up on the channel page, so come and join me. I mean, the whole family was there, like my whole extended family, my aunts and a few of my uncles and stuff. He's just kind of saying his goodbyes to everybody, it looked like, you know. I told him that, you know, he's to the point where he's like ready to go and like pass on and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm excited to see you again, you know, next time around and stuff like that. And he's like, I'm sure, you know, we'll see each other again and everything like that. And I was like, you know, you have an army of people that are waiting to catch you if you ever feel like you're gonna fall. So don't hesitate to call upon any of us. And so it was good. He's starting to have like visions and stuff like that of people coming to him, like when he's sleeping and stuff like that, ready to take him away into the afterlife and everything. So it's getting pretty intense and pretty close. I mean, he says that he was gonna pass away in like yesterday or today or something like that, but a lot of my family thinks that it's still gonna be like, you know, a month or so before he passes on. Hey, what's up? See that camera right there? The blue light on it means that we're live streaming up in here. Yes, your number will appear on the screen right there, but that's not what I look at. I look at this over here, where your name appears. And you can have a nice chat with me. Swipe up, click on the link. Yeah, you're right. I mean, in all honesty, I have to accept your comment. YouTube flags the most ridiculous things. It flagged your comment that said and accept death right here. I had to manually override YouTube's like block right there. Like it's been kind of tough this last like 3 or 4 years. Like before I kind of moved out on my own for the second time, I went to college for 4 years, and I was a biology and chemistry major. So I lived alone for that amount of time. I pretty much fended for myself. I was on scholarship and stuff, and then I came back home, and then my grandpa moved in with us because he was starting to get ill, and you know, so I've lived with him like next door in a room right next to his for like 3 years. And you know, my family didn't want to put him in hospice or put him in like an elderly home or anything like that. We took him into our house, and not a lot of people in the United States do that. A lot of people in the US, when people start getting old, they just put their parents and their grandparents and stuff like that into old folks' homes. And you know what? It was tough. It was a challenge living with him, but I got to know him more probably in these last 3 years than, you know, going over to his house for family reunions and stuff like that. And he definitely got it good, you know, in the last little bit here in his life, because like I said, a lot of old people, especially in the US, they just get pushed aside and they get put into old folks' homes and stuff. So I got the privilege. Yeah, it is kind of sad that happens, but it's what a lot of people do. I actually got the privilege to go and talk with him a lot, like these last couple years, and like he told me a lot of stories, and I got to pick his brain, and I was just like, you know what, this is like a chance for me to really like gain some wisdom from somebody who's had 80 plus years experience of life, you know. Oh, in Poland it's the opposite. 90% of people take care of their parents. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's like a United States thing, because even within the United States, the minorities kind of still take care of their families. Like, I have some really good friends that are Hispanic, and they have their grandmother still living at their house with them. And I don't know if it's just like the Caucasian population or what. It's just this. It's a kind of really odd. But I think it's just a United States type thing. Like, the majority in the United States just kind of, you know, there's retirement homes all over the place. And like, one thing that I think it might actually kind of be is the fact that these retirement homes make a lot of money. People accumulate a lot of goods throughout their life, and so they almost get preyed on at the end of life by these retirement facilities that really paint this picture of, you know, come and enjoy like a relaxing vacation here up until the time of your death type attitude. And so in a lot of ways they probably think that they're having it good, because a lot of those places are actually they're pretty expensive. So yeah, I've had a lot of experience in my life with like people and death, because I was a biology major. So I was a part of like cadavers lab where we were, you know, it's kind of so gruesome to think about this, but you know, the whole practice of science and medicine is like based on the dissection of human bodies and stuff like that. But I've been a part of that. And I've seen people pass, and I've been volunteer at hospital and old folks homes and stuff like that. And also, yeah, I agree with you. It looks like they are dumping the problem on somebody else. You know what? Even within my own family, and I'll get back to what I was talking about a second ago, but even within my own family, like, I have a really large extended family, and this is also very uncommon in the United States. For example, on my dad's side, on my father's side, I have like 12 total uncles and aunts. So my grandpa had a lot of kids. And even within all of those children, my family was kind of the only ones that kind of stepped up to the plate. A lot of the other families have really young kids and stuff like that, so it might have been harder for them too. My parents, a lot of the children have moved out of the house and are older and stuff like that, so maybe our family was just the best fit for him, but you know, it was still even kind of difficult to find a place for him, you know, even considering the fact that this man had had 12 children. So yeah, you know, but what I was getting at is life can get pretty gruesome and you know, almost to a certain extent gross. Before I started doing YouTube, to make the money for me to do YouTube, I was renovating trailers with my father. He's into construction. He's a general contractor. He builds housing developments and stuff like that. And so to teach me the trade, we went and renovated a few trailers. And one of the trailers that we went and cleaned out, a lady had died in there, and her family had abandoned her, and she was like 80 plus years old. She was so overweight and you know, deathly ill from being so old. Like, I was cleaning out the clothes from the trailer, and all the clothes had, you know, bodily waste fluid stains on them. I found written notes inside of this trailer that I cleaned out from this old woman who she could hardly move around in her house anymore because it was so disorganized and messy and stuff like that. There was cat feces all over the place. I found notes that said like, please help me, I'm dying, and stuff like that, that I found like tucked away behind the washer and dryer and stuff. Yeah, man, like, you know, I've definitely put myself out there in enough situations in life where I've had a lot of traumatic experiences, and I've experienced quite a bit and seen a lot of stuff. You have a sad story from your fiance's side. Her mom took care of her grandmother. She has 3 siblings. Her grandmother had Alzheimer's, didn't hold her wastes. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's like when we get older, we almost like revert to being a child again, and we have to be taken care of again. But, you know, with childhood, we almost have this ignorance which allows the state to be blissful, so that even though we're kind of like, you know, this little being that can't do anything, we still have like the bliss of just childhood. But when you're old, you're like a child, but you're aware of your childhood, and so you don't carry that blissful state with it anymore. And the rest of the family said that she had a nice life because she takes her retirement money. That is very low in Polish standards. Yeah, man, like, I've seen a few instances where people take advantage of elderly people. There was one time I was volunteering in a hospital, and we had a case where the younger individuals that were taking care of their grandparents were stealing the medicine that the hospital was prescribing and giving to them, and they were either taking it themselves or selling it on the street and stuff like that. There's a lot. So she was totally pissed off and said, if you think, take your cash and take care of her. They immediately shut the F up. Yeah. I mean, as humans, we have like this internal dichotomy within ourselves of, you know, wanting the best life for us. And a lot of people have the wrong way about going about achieving that. You know, we think that if we ourselves are selfish, then we can do that, but in reality, make life good for everybody else, and then in turn, your life itself becomes accentuated and heightened upon you heightening everybody else's lives. And it's just like a simple fact of, you know, increase the harmony of the environment, and your harmony with the environment increases. And that's the better way to go about creating a better life for yourself, rather than, you know, destroying other people's lives for the betterment of your life. Create a better life for other people, and in doing so, you'll create a better life for yourself as well. I kind of have this philosophy where, you know, be selfish because, you know, I want the best life for myself. And so in turn, if my only motive for doing good in the world is to increase my own existence, then it doesn't matter because I've increased the existence for everything else as well. Because, you know, ultimately if I'm going about doing good and I want to increase my good, then I create a better environment for everybody, and in doing so it creates a better environment for myself. So be selfish. Be selfish about your experience of life, and in turn, if you do it the right way, then it's going to create a better life for everybody. There is a saying here. I hope I don't butcher this saying. Po trupach de celu. I don't know. That translates into by corpses to target, or something similar. It means that you sacrifice anything to achieve your goals. Okay. Is it like po trupach de celu or po trupach de celu? I don't know. But I get what you're saying though. In the United States, you know, we might say like all or nothing. That might be a similar saying, you know. Yeah, like all or nothing, bro. Speaking of death and kind of transitioning into the stream here, I saw somebody die again the other day. Oh, the second one? So it's Po. It's hard for me to say with the T. I don't know why. It's, you know what I mean? It's so weird that growing up in a specific culture, it's almost like you formulate a better method to pronounce the words in that culture. Like in English, it's hard for a lot of English speakers to roll their R's, which is used quite commonly in Spanish, like Eldro, you know, something like that. But saying this T in trupach and then transitioning the CH into a throat sound is kind of difficult for me. Trupach. But yeah, I saw somebody die again on Diablo 2 the other day. Po trupat. Yeah, it's probably kind of funny listening to me try and pronounce some Polish words. But yeah, somebody died on Diablo 2. One of my friends that I made in just like this last couple, 2 weeks. And they said they're quitting Diablo 2 and they're giving away all their stuff. The rages of Diablo 2. That HHH was great. Oh, Rupat. I don't know. So I'm thinking of making another spirit rune word. No, the first time was spot on. Alright, I'll stop, man, because I'm just getting worse and worse and worse with this pronunciation. Tal, Thol, Ort, Am. So the plan today is to see if having another spirit rune word will be better than having the blood letter Gladius. So I need to go into one of my mules and I need to open up my notes on my phone here because I haven't written down what mule has what items. And I'm gonna see if carrying 2 spirit rune words will be better than carrying 1 spirit and 1 blood letter. The only thing on my mind right now is that the blood letter itself gives 3 to whirlwind and 4 to sword mastery, but carrying a spirit gives me 2 to all skills. So I don't know. Try this one, might kill your tongue. Alright, man. Lay it on me, I'll try it. I'm ready, bro. Oh, Lord. What the? Stole the Polami Wamimi Nogami. Stole the Polami Wanimi Nogami. Alright, man, I got this. Stole the Polami Wanimi Nogami. I don't know, man. That's as good as I can do on that. Tal Thul Ort Am. Did I get it? Did I do it right? How was my pronunciation on that? Is that Polish or what? What does that mean? What did I just say, bro?
They'll never see me coming.
Hey, the Bolt Rower, what's up, bro? Central al Internetu is just having me pronounce some Polish words. Not even close. That means table with broken legs. Yeah, I don't know. Some of those letters in there are things that in the English language we don't even use, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't necessarily know what they're supposed to sound like. And having like the little marks above the words, I know that it has to do with the length of the character being emphasized, but like I said, you know, in English we don't really use that. If we want to emphasize the length of a sound, we'll just put two of those letters, like two O's. You know, instead of doing an O with the line above it, you'll just do like two O's. The wife kept you away, man. Well, that's more important than my stream, Bolt Rower. I don't want to be the cause of a failed relationship, man. So make sure to definitely put your wife above making it to my stream when I first start, bro. And the beginnings of my stream aren't really like anything anyway. Sometimes I spout off a little bit of my personal thoughts, but a majority of the stream at the very beginning is just me advertising the stream on all my social media accounts, so you're not really missing much. Alright, so the rune word is Tal Thul Ort Am. Tal Thul Ort. Alright, and there we go. That's how you make a spirit, everybody. O with the dash above it is the same as you. Make sure to buy a M3 tape, a carpet, and securely pack your wife. Oh, you're not talking to me. Alright. Alright, I'm going with it. I'm gonna transfer this Bloodletter Gladius to one of my item characters now that I'm not gonna be using that. Yo, bolt rower.
I will cleanse this wilderness.
I don't know, man. He usually stops in on some of my streams. Like, I'm getting to know like a lot of the people that tune into my streams now, and Bolt Rower usually will come and say what's up, you know, for the beginning and stuff like that. And then he either just kind of just sits back and kind of watches, or, you know, I'm not exactly sure. But he usually says what's up, but a lot of times not more than that. Oh, I gotcha. He already went to go tie up his wife, huh? So I have some kind of fun news for anybody involved in like my streaming life. Yesterday I went home, and a few of you know that I went home to go and see my grandfather, who's about to pass on, but I got something in the mail, and it was a letter from Google. And it was them verifying my address linked to my YouTube channel, Euphoric Intentions. And so my channel is officially verified through Google now. They sent me a letter, and it had me type in a security code that was inside the letter on my account. And so my account now is officially verified. So, kind of like a defining moment in regards to, you know, me streaming and being on YouTube and whatnot. You know, these last few days for me have just been it's been really wide in the range of emotions kind of going through me. Like, I've had family stuff, and I've had this YouTube stuff going on. And I know not to mess with those Stygian dolls. I'm gonna have to create another game, because when I find those Stygian dolls in the Worldstone Keep, they're not worth messing with. Their attack speed and their poison damage and stuff like that can just take your health down way too quick. So yeah, I got my account verified by Google. Streamlabs got a hold of me a little bit ago and said that they're going to be sending me my Streamlabs hoodie in the mail here in the next little bit. And I've had a lot more people joining my streams and commenting on my streams and commenting on my videos. So things are starting to pick up. And, you know, on good time, because I'm coming to the point where all the money that I have saved up to stream with and stuff like that is starting to fade away. So crap, more of those Stygian dolls. With this sorceress here, I should be able to handle them just fine though. Maybe it was good to just leave that first one and create Belwatho too, because it seems to be attracting more people. I really got to be careful with those guys. So some other items that I'm looking for
I can't carry anymore.
are I'm looking for a helm with 2 or 3 sockets that has a considerable amount of defense. That way I can possibly make a rune word out of that. So I'm trying to keep my eyes open for that as well. That's probably my best technique for those little soul killers, is to shout near them and just have them run away. My character is finally getting good enough in regards to the equipment that I have that it might be a viable option for me to go to hell here pretty soon. And that boost to my mana that these two spirit swords give me is immense. I used to be running out of mana constantly while using Whirlwind. So, I have a 2-socketed helm that I found here that looks like it might be worth making a rune word out of. So let's look at the possible rune words that we can make out of a helm like that. Let's see here. Delirium, definitely not that. It only has 2 slots. Allure. +1 to all skills, 10 to energy, 2 to mana after each kill, lightning resist, damage reduced by 7, +2 to light radius. A Nadir. So these are the 2 that I can make, probably. Is either a Lore or a Nadir. I was hoping to be able to make this Radiance here, because it gives +75% to enhanced defense, a missile defense, damage goes to mana, magic damage reduction. But it might be worth it making a lore. So the lore is Ort and Soul. So I'm gonna have to transfer some stuff again real quick. Ort Soul. Soul and an Ort. I don't like dropping anything in town anymore because a couple streams ago I had somebody come and take some of my stuff.
They'll never see me coming.
Game name is Park Space ING. And I'm not sure if this is going to be any better than what I'm using at the moment, which is Natalia's Totem Grim Helm, which gives me a lot to defense and a lot to resistances, boosts my strength. I'm not sure if this lore helm is going to be worth it or not, but there's one way to find out. I mean, it can be beneficial, especially for a barbarian, to sacrifice some things for the sake of plus to skills, because, you know, I have these skills, Iron Skin and Natural Resistance, so if I get enough plus to skill, but it's sacrificing the defense that another weapon gives me, then in a lot of ways it can almost be worth it, because these compensate for the fact that I'm losing defense and other things and resistances from the helm itself. So it was Ort Soul, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm gonna double check on my phone real quick right here. Lore D2 Helm Ort Soul. Alright, now let's my stamina goes up, my mana goes up, my defense goes down. There's definitely one thing that I can check out. I'll go into Nightmare and I'll put on the skull, the different helms, and see what's up there. But first, I gotta transfer this skull and gem. Donkey. So let's see what my resistances are like. I mean, about to find out here. Okie dokie. Everything goes down, it seems. 79%, 81%, 44%, 49%. Alright, so does not look like the lore itself is worth equipping. So that being said, I will transfer that to one of my item carrying mules, and I can use that for another character some other time, I guess. This is gonna be my last transfer here for a minute. It's probably kind of boring just sitting here watching me transfer all these goods to different characters and stuff like that, but it's a key part of the game, just keeping things organized and clean looking. And I'm wondering if there's any sort of rune word that I can make out of this bow. I'm definitely going to check that out here in a little bit. I made an Amazon to play with one of my friends, just getting into hardcore. And Polish guy, if you're still watching, then I'll probably be playing this character with you. If I catch you on again here in the next little bit. Alright. So let's continue on with our bell walks, folks. You ever just want something to work so much that you just kind of forget about the fact that it's worse than other things? I feel like that's what I almost want to do with that rune word helm that I just made. It's like, I know that it's not better than what I've got on, but it's just the fact that I like made it and I took the time to find all the runes and everything, that it's like I just want it to be better than what I have on right now. So it's like I'm almost willing to just wear it even though it's worse, just for that fact alone. But I'm not going to, because I've spent way too much time on this character, and a fashion statement or a sense of pride due to the fact that I've made something is not going to be my downfall here, everybody. I'm playing on Nightmare right now. Yeah, I've had a lot of, like, in regards to my overlay and stuff right now, Flink, Flicker, did I say that right? I had one guy say that he was going to actually custom make me an overlay that, like, fit Diablo 2 more than what I have right now. He said it was going to be like one of those demons holding a globe, and inside the globe I could put my webcam and stuff like that. It's hard for me to just kind of like take that off of the stream, because it's almost been like a defining characteristic for my channel, because I've streamed with that so many times. But you know, I won't hesitate to answer somebody if they ask me some more details that they can't see on screen. Or I can just, you know, quickly click off the overlay itself so that you can see. But right now I'm playing version 1.14D. I'm playing Nightmare and I'm playing Hardcore. I'm in the US West server. But it's definitely something that's in the back of my mind, especially when, you know, I've heard people say that more than one time, so your statement is definitely not going unnoticed. Maybe a solution is to put the girl on the left side of the screen. Yeah, that might be a solution. I mean, I could honestly do it really quick. It's just I've tried to organize everything so that it's like the most aesthetically pleasing, like on the screen, you know what I mean? It's like I have the chat on the left that like appears beneath where it says YouTube chat and everything like that. And I have this other like nonsense on the right, and then I have all my social media right there. It's like I've tried to like organize everything in a fluid manner so that it's not like everything's just bunched up in one spot, you know? And my family has caught on to the notion that I'm live streaming now, and my mom especially hates that woman. Whoops. My mom's like, get that naked woman off your screen. And she's like, I'm gonna make it so that every time you see that woman on there, you're gonna think of me, and it's gonna gross you out, and eventually you're gonna take it off. I was like, come on, Mom, you can't be playing those psychological warfare games with me here. But yeah, they, you know, nobody really knew that I was live streaming and doing YouTube for the longest time, but now my channel has grown big enough and I advertise it enough. That, my family has started to notice all those things. A nice SS. I mean, I could probably put the webcam on the left, and I can move everything that's on the left over to the right. That might be something that I would want to do, like, off stream, though. Oh, gotcha, screenshot. That might be something that I want to do when I'm not streaming, though, because it would just be kind of monotonous, just me sitting there and moving things around and seeing how they looked and everything like that. Hi, guys. Both my weapons broke at the exact same moment right there.
What do you need?
They must have the same durability, I'm guessing. Do they? Durability 20, durability 44, so no, they don't have the same durability, but they broke right there. The exact same moment. I don't know, we'll see. As my channel gets bigger and bigger and bigger, like when I first started doing YouTube, I wasn't taking this serious at all. And like honestly, a lot of the stuff that I do on here probably isn't socially acceptable. And as my channel gets larger and larger and larger, I'm gonna have to take the public's opinion, you know, into much more of a light in regards to what it is that I do. And so a lot of those overlays and stuff like that, I don't know if they're going to be something that YouTube is going to like really allow me to do if my channel continues to grow anymore and stuff like that. I don't know, like, even though if my channel stays small, it makes it so that I can't necessarily make a living off of YouTube. I can almost see like the attractiveness of that, because then I'll be much less on the radar of like the big corporate wigs, you know? And then I'm more able to do all those things that I like and want to do without getting criticized by the public or by YouTube. And I can be just a human being without the facade of having to please everybody all the time. I can just be a person that has flaws, that makes mistakes, that really voices my opinion about things. You know, one day I can be pissed off about something emotionally, and then the next day I can apologize about it and just make a video that contradicts what I said previous, and I can just be a real person, a real human. And the bigger my channel gets, the less of that I can be, because the more watched I am by, you know, not only the public, but by corporations that want to uphold a certain image, and I lose less of my image. So all that stuff. Gotta disperse those guys a little bit with a shout. But I'm still getting used to this whole streaming thing myself. Like, it's weird kind of talking, but then at the same time in which you're talking, you're playing a game which in some sense has relation to what you're saying, but then at other times has no relation to what's coming out of your mouth. And, you know, I can't really hear my own voice because I have my headphones in to keep my microphone from picking up on the audio of the game. And so it almost adds another sense of difficulty to either staying on topic or the pronunciation of words and stuff like that. So just a lot of stuff. Oh, that was actually... If I could add sockets to that, that might be something worth holding on to. And I just had somebody comment on my Reddit link that I just posted at the beginning of the stream, linking to the stream, telling me thank you for making a barbarian. That's what they always used to make. And I've said this previously, but, you know, I probably have some new people in here right now. I never really played as a barbarian growing up. I always played as like a hammered and a paladin. And so this is a totally new build for me, something that's out of my comfort zone that I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of filling it out as I go. You know, just like looking at the stats, what works with each other, what doesn't, and kind of what do I also want my character to be, you know, as well. This is starting to get kind of sketchy up in here. You always got to pick up those charms. You never know what they're gonna do. I mean, they could literally just be junk that's taking up space, or they could be a make or break, you know, game type moment where it literally changes your gameplay. Every item in this game is like that. You can pick up just normal, ordinary items, and they might be something worth holding on to. You never know. So it's like, it's hard not to pick up every item and see what it is. Whether it's rare, unique, magic, or normal. You know, on the other side of it all, earlier I was talking about the negative effects of gaining a large presence in the public's eye. You know, the positive effects being that maybe some viewpoints that I have or actions that I'm actively participating in aren't necessarily the best way to go about doing things. And maybe having that social presence of you know, being criticized for what I'm doing will actually benefit my character itself in the long run. You know, you never know when lack of social interaction and gaining a perspective of the larger viewpoint of how the world sees things might actually be the correct way of doing something. And the way you're doing it is wrong. And so there might be some of that as well, you know, involved in it. And I'm kind of just happy to be a part of the whole experience and just to see where it takes me.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. I don't know, it's got pretty good defense. It might be worth like socketing later on. I'm not 100% sure on as to whether or not it is, but
Afternoon.
man, that crystal sword that I'm using though loses its durability super quick. I might try killing Bell right here and see if I can or not. We'll see how it goes on all his minions. It takes me a while to kill everybody, but my replenish health and life steal and mana regen is good enough that I can survive for as long as I need to, and I can just chip away at people's health. My resistances are good. The one thing that I wish I had more of though was my overall defense. There we go, just chipping away at their health. Just a little bit by a little bit. I feel like I need to sit up in my chair. I think this will be the first time in Nightmare on this character that I will have successfully done a bell run and killed all the minions by myself. Lost my mercenary there.
Evening.
Ah, it requires way too much strength. You're gonna wear.
Put that to good use.
Good evening.
Kind of getting sketchy the way my mercenary just died like that.
Evening.
You're gonna die again. What a wiener.
Yes?
It's weird. Come on, bro. Stay alive, man. And I am probably gonna go repair all my stuff real quick right now. While
At your
there's
service.
Huh. Alright. Alright, let's get back to it. Come on, bro. Where you at, Merc? Get up here, Fazelle. What you doing, bro? Keep casting that shout. It kind of makes it a little bit harder to kill them all because they don't group up for my whirlwind, but I really just don't want to die, so I'm keeping them from spamming me. I mean, it looks like my character is doing fine, but you never know when all of a sudden you're just going to be caught and you can't move and then it's over. The shout doesn't affect these bros here, so... What the fudge? Alright, dope. What format you need to overlay to have extension? Probably like PNG would be good. I'm a little bit nervous in here. might have to go back and get some mana potions. Either that or use a rejuvenation. We about got him, everybody. I'll have soloed Veil in Nightmare. I'm about to enter hell. He's coming to his end. To hell with that mana drain, bro. Alright, there we go, everybody. We got him.
I can't kill him. The prime evils are no more. Hello. I am impressed, Morgan. You have overcome the greatest challenge this world has ever faced and defeated the last of the prime evils. However, we are too late to save the World Stone. Baal's destructive touch has corrupted it completely. Given enough time, the World Stone's energies will drain away, and the barriers between the worlds will shatter. The powers of hell will flood into this sanctuary and eradicate your people and everything you've labored to build. Therefore, I must destroy the corrupted World Stone before the powers of hell take root.
Hey Kermit, the size, you could literally make it the largest size possible. Obviously not too big, but in the program that I use to overlay, I can size it down. I can transform it, and I can change the aspect ratio of it. So it should work. Make it pretty big. Big enough to where it could be stretched to fit like 1080p, you know, and not be pixelated. Congratulations, Barbara the Barbarian. That's what Barb is short for, everybody. Will henceforth be known as Conqueror Barbara the Bob. Thank you, thank you, thank you. D2 native resolutions. Alright. I mean, if it's gonna fit, I guess if I'm gonna be using it for Diablo 2, then that'll be fine if it fits. Alright, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like, if it's a little pixelated, it might actually fit well with the Diablo 2 type feel, you know what I mean? Alright.
Good day.
See what Bell gave us in hell really quick. Crush Flange Mace. It should look nice in the middle of the screen. Alright.
I am a cop. There's good day.
I'll have to give you my email address and you can send it to me.
Wow. Good to see you.
It's about that time where it's starting to get a little cold in my house. I gotta put on the jacket here. I woke up and got dressed to go to the gym first thing in the morning, but then just felt like logging on and streaming first before I did that, so. Oh, it's in the link. Oh, you're sending me that link. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, yeah, that's what that is. Alright, I'm gonna have to type that up or write that down really quick. HTTPS /ufile.io/m6bch. Alright, I think I got that. I'm gonna transfer a couple things here between my characters, and then I'll probably cut this stream. I'm gonna go make myself some breakfast and whatever. And I'll check out your overlay, and then I'll get that all set up for when I open up my next stream, hopefully later today. I'll probably eat and I'll contemplate as to whether or not I'm gonna go to the gym right now. But let me just transfer all this crap that I'm not too worried about anybody taking any of this. But I wrote down the link so that I'll go and visit that during my break of this offline, and I'll see if it's something that works with my overlay program, my streaming software. And hopefully it will, and I can get that on here. Let's see what this is. Alright, gems, skulls, and runes.
I am overburdened.
Wow, I need to take the time to transmute a lot of this stuff, it looks like. Because my characters are full to the brim. Alright. I'll go and check that out right now and just display that on the stream really quick. Hopefully the website, the file share website that you uploaded that to, doesn't display a lot of crap that might get me in trouble over a stream. So it's https ufile.io/m6bch. D2 basic cam overlay. Kermit is the best. You definitely are, bro. Alright, dope. Everybody see that right there? A little PNG. So yeah, I'll fiddle around with that. Like in my next stream, or before my next stream. So for anybody wanting to know what the analytics were, and this is kind of what I do at the end of every stream to kind of wrap it up. Got 3 people watching right now. If you're just joining, then make sure to hit that subscribe button, and you know, that way you'll be notified when I come back on later today, hopefully. Streamed for an hour 22. Got to go eat, otherwise, you know what I mean? It's like finding that balance of like, you got to nourish yourself. You got to take the time away from something to improve what you want to work on. You know. Average view duration, minute 53. Total view time, 3 hours. Peak concurrent number of viewers simultaneously was 7. Got 100 people tune in. The health of the stream was good for the entirety of it, and looks like we had a few people streaming at 360. The majority, it looks like, we're at 720. And hopefully, as I continue to do this streaming, I'll be able to increase the quality of my streams to 1080p. It's just the internet bandwidth that I'm using right now. I drop too many frames if I stream at 1080p, so I stream at 720p as the maximum quality. Looks like the majority of people were able to access that. Let's see here. No errors. Yeah, a few people watched the stream on a milk carton, exactly. So yeah, there's all of that. So alright everybody, thanks for joining me, and I'm gonna click this OK button right here, which is gonna cut the feed. Peace out.